Hey, hi, howdy, how goes it? Uh, one of these days we got to do like a night shift type of deal. Maybe that's the time that Batman calls in. So I'm currently working on a script slash framework for this. We'll zoom it in for you, 150. Okay. We got a little snackaroo because I'm hungry. My schedule's been all fucked up. So we got that was a good crunch. You hear that? That was a good crunch. If ASMR stuff is not for you, I apologize. I'll move away from the mic. Okay. Avocado on toast. It's late. I can't have anything to. The one thing I will give Panda Red, as far as that series that he started doing, is that as far as I know, he did him / his fans came up with that. I wound up researching after he tried to claim a word as his. I was like, you can't claim a word. That word's been around since before you were born. That's not how that works. Well, I popularized it. I don't give a shit. Somebody else went to go use a word that he did, and like he got on their case, and it was somebody I follow that's like one of the sweetest creators I've ever met. And I was like, don't do that. Don't be rude to this guy. He's like a quarter of your size, and your fans are hounding him. But that I will give him credit for. But half of his stuff, most of his stuff, and it stopped the moment that the Reddit threads honestly dried up, and that's when I took notice to it. Most of his stuff came from decades old Reddit threads. And when I learned that, I paid attention. His videos stopped around the time, his Call to the Guy videos stopped around the time that those threads dried up on ideas. He was just basically going, I'm going to make this a video, which is fine. We do that all the fucking time. I don't have any problem with that. But saying that they're all your ideas when a Reddit thread with almost the exact framework of your video exists years before TikTok was even a twinkle in anybody's eye, before Vine was a thing. Bitch, please. So if you ever wonder why I personally don't want to work with Panda Red, I have not heard or seen a side of him that I like. And that could be the same for me. Yeah. Not everyone sees every side of every single person online. When I say that I haven't seen a side of him I like, I mean that in like the creator sense, not the person sense. As far as I know, he's a good person. I used to watch his streams. For those of you who don't know, Panda Red, when he was in college, did live streams of him painting and drawing. And I was in a lot of those live streams, early TikTok, supporting him as whatever way I could, because I was like, it's a creator and he's a chill dude. And this is awesome. And that's what it was. He would sit there and talk comic books and shit like that. It was awesome. You guys want to know first thing I did for Father's Day? I took a pinch of salt. I went over to my oldest and I put some salt on them, and they're like, "What the hell?" And I was like, "Now you're a salty bitch." I did a Father's Day joke. Okay, back to this. We celebrated on Sunday. It was like the third Sunday. We have a Cameo. The Blue Coyote. We have Cameo. Go to Cameo If you want to see that as a thing, like right off the bat, go there. Otherwise, I can't guarantee when that will be. Hey, man, did you send your entire Rogues Gallery to Kevin's house? Blah, 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 blah. No, for first time. And this isn't going to be verbatim. This is me writing down what I want things in order. Because I was going to do a sketch that's a callback to all the other ones. And I have a list in front of me. And the more I sat here, the more I didn't like it. I didn't really want to do it completely improv, because every time every time I thought about doing it improv, something like didn't click correctly. Should I call him Two-Face, Oswald, or should I call them by their name? Like Two-Face. Oswald is the Penguin. Cobblepot is the Penguin, period. You call him Oswald, you're still talking about the Penguin. Two-Face, however, Harvey Dent and Two-Face are two separate people. Same coin, separate personalities. That's the whole point of his character. So, do I say Two-Face, Oswald, and Scarecrow? Or do I go Two-Face, Penguin, and Scarecrow? By the way, I'm going to have to look up how to spell Penguin, because and he has so many other people that I had to look it up. I was like, okay, just in case, just so I'm remembering things. Somebody needs to send me. Did I spell it right? My brain doesn't like to work the way I want it to work sometimes. I could have swore that Batman has a couple magical people who know magic, and it's just I'm blanking. Hugo Strange. What? That's just genius level intellect. Yeah, I know that's not the right one. Yeah, Killer Moth. It's Zatanna's not really part of the Rogue Gallery. The Zatanna's no. That's a Rogue Gallery. Bad guy. I could have swore. Gentleman Ghost. Again, I'm gonna say this when I'm working on a sketch. If you want an idea, we have a GoFundMe. It's playing down there. I realize that, but I could have swore he had somebody that he deals with that does magical Zeus. No. Blackfire? Holy fuck, there's so many. There's so many. Okay, let's type that in. It's no canon character. That's a fanatic, power hungry Deacon Blackfire. No. Deacon Blackfire? You mean that? Yeah, I could argue that. I think going with the Ghost. I need to double check that because I do not actually remember Gentleman Ghost. No, he's an actual ghost. Okay, that works. That works. We don't want to name too many. Poison Ivy also wouldn't do this. Like Poison Ivy is not going to go after Batman, Bruce Wayne, whatever, find a kid and still fight. In fact, a good portion of Batman's Rogue Gallery would not. Killer Moth, possibly. Solomon Grundy, nope. Gentleman Ghost, Ventriloquist would definitely. Clock King, Condiment King, probably not. Deadshot, definitely not. Killer Croc, Deadshot would have to be paid. Killer Croc, possibly. Court of Owls, yeah. Clayface, kind of depends on where you are on Clayface. Bane, Poison Ivy, Mr. Freeze, all of them wouldn't do that. Catwoman wouldn't. Joker totally would. The Riddler, kind of depends on the version of the Riddler. And he doesn't have the Xenomorph dog anymore. Broke that poor thing's heart. And his mom said he couldn't keep a dog, and I doubt she would let him keep Killer Croc or Grundy. Knowing him, he probably would try to adopt them. Hold on. Fucking bugs. God damn. We are modifying you. All right. No. He doesn't have a Xenomorph dog either. Broke the thing's poor heart. Broke that thing's poor heart. His mom. Yeah. Let's get rid of the hearts. This is clunky right here. Right here. This is really clunky. I see. I'm in agreement with that. I love Heath Ledger's Joker, but
Why so serious?
you hear that in Hamill's Joker. It hits different.
Why so serious?
I can't quite do Heath's Joker. The Killer Croc and Grundy line, I'm struggling to fit it in. It slows it down. His mom said he couldn't. No. He doesn't have the Xenomorph dog anymore. He didn't. No, he didn't fight the Dementor so much as capture them using chocolate. He had to leave the wand behind. It didn't work in his universe, anyways. No. He doesn't have the Xenomorph dog. His mother. His mom said he couldn't keep it up. Speaking of, he has a whole family who lives with him, and they went on vacation and left him behind again, didn't they? I can't even blame them. Yeah, right there. This needs to be improved right here. Right here. Cut. Apparently I can't spell admit. Okay, so this is kind of how it's going to go. Batman, did you send your entire rogue? You know what? Let's just fucking record it. Let's go and do a recording. So Timothy, I haven't stopped. They have been starting later. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about the elephant in the room about my streams. My streams, my breakfast, lunch, and dinner ones were a very open-ended stream. We talked about a lot of different things as long as they didn't really involve work, and it was very mutually beneficial for everyone. There were limits about how far you could take a conversation. I didn't want to do role playing. I didn't want to talk about constantly like what if stuff. Those streams where what's going on in the world, maybe I find something interesting, and then it leads to that conversation, and it's okay to talk about it for a few minutes, and then we move on from it. New Spider-Man comes out, and we talk about that, and that's okay. Maybe we talk about what if Spider-Man thing happened, and that's an okay, and then I move on from that conversation. And I told Chris multiple times, he had been in multiple breakfast streams where we had these type of discussions, and he kind of bowed out or just decided not to listen at those times. And then recently he was like, no, I didn't know you were talking about politics and stuff like that. You can't talk about that in the stream. Can't have that conversation. He nixed those entirely, and that's okay. That's his right. It's his channel. But it did, over a year and a half of doing these streams, it killed my momentum for those streams, because now I'm trying to do these streams, and of course I had other shit happen, but I try to do these streams, and that's what I'm left to talk about is stuff that I don't want to talk about. I don't want to talk about work 24/7. I don't want to go every single live stream and this is what we do. And we've been skirting around it, but more and more streams, people come in and want to talk those things, and I don't have another topic, so we talk about that. We try not to be too political. And it made it exhausting for me to do those streams. Instead of feeling like it was a relaxation thing, where we all got to vent about whatever was going on in our life, everything started to feel like I was walking on eggshells. Every single stream, I had to be careful not to say something, not to do something. And if I did, I had to delete it because it's a stream that shouldn't exist. And I just started dreading doing the streams instead of looking forward to them. And I'm not quite set up yet to do my own streams on my own channels. And even if I do, I don't have the same audience level. You guys aren't going to get notified unless I go through the extra steps to make sure everyone gets notified. I have to set up my own Discord for that and all that kind of stuff. And I don't want you guys to have to pop into another Discord. It's the mental barrier there. And so it became a thing that I just didn't want to do. And it sucks because I enjoyed them. I really did enjoy those streams. And I'm still going to try to do them. I'm about $80 shy of the money I need to get my own Streamlabs paid for an entire year. And I already have kind of a setup that I have to just make sure is functional. I'm aware that every person that comes and joins my streams would happily go to another Discord. I'm aware of that. I don't want you guys to have to. And I would still need to have somebody monitor it because I'm horrible at monitoring my own Discord and stuff like that. And I would still need somebody to help set it and run it. And I'm not great at that. I'm just really not. I get that. I do. Chris is coming from an area of protecting the brand image, is where he's coming from. Like, we're not going to do an all-out Pride video like I would do. Because it's political. But we also aren't doing Harry Potter movies for this entire month at minimum. And I love the fact that you guys would follow. And yeah, censorship is censorship. It's not how he sees it, and he's allowed that. That's his opinion. I believe that that's what it is. Silence is compliance for a lot of things, and then there's a lot of things where it's not. Like, I don't have to tell you my political stuff. I don't have to go out and make it a public thing. On my live streams, I don't really consider it a public thing because my live streams aren't thousands of people strong and a bunch of people taking clips and everything. If people were, then okay, there's my political affiliations. There you go. Yeah, there's that too. Yeah, no, I get it. We need to be careful. We do. And Rusty, I get where you're coming from too. It's definitely one of those things where more times out of not, I'm not enjoying the breakfast streams as much as I was. But I got to get back into the habit of doing them. I need to get the donations up so that I can on coffee. Because if I can get it about $100 on coffee, it will equal about 90 bucks after they take out all their fees. Plus what I saved up for my personal money for my own stuff. I got about $100 in my own little savings. I use that. I can invest that, and I can open things up, and I can dual stream ish for those streams. Yeah. Yep, it is. That's why I try to be careful. Try to be, at least. Now, this audio may not be great. I don't really care right now. There's something there. This is not the correct shirt to be wearing. This is a really old. Thank you so much for the mug. Fucking bug. Fucking every year. Every year. Fuck Utah's box elder bugs.
It's spicy.
It's a stink bug. Box elder bugs are related to stink bugs. It's a spicy bug. I have no problem eating bugs. I've eaten bugs plenty of times. On purpose, usually with chocolate. I've had chocolate covered grasshopper. I've had fried ants. I've had worms. That wasn't very pleasant. Did that one as a kid. Tried cooking them to see if they would taste better. That did. That's better. So we're gonna move this back down to 100%. Oh, you closed out on me. Three, two, one. Batman, did you? Batman, did you send your entire rogues gallery on over to Kevin McCallister's house? I don't care that he had you as backup. His victories against what? The Wet Bandits? Oh, you actually know about the. No, he didn't take on the Predators 4 times. He took them on twice officially. The other 2 times were like a training thing where he made like a training ground with Phineas and Ferb and Sam and Dean Winchester, and then they stupidly. You know. Oh, yeah, I need to redo that. Batman, did you send your entire rogues gallery to Kevin McCallister's house? What were you thinking? I don't care that he has you as backup. What do you mean test? Like victories like what? Like against the Wet Bandits? I mean, arguably he did relatively well against them both times, given how little time he had to prepare. But he didn't take on the Predators 4 times. He only took them on 2 times officially. The other 2 times were like a training ground thing that he made with Phineas and Ferb and Sam and Dean Winchester. Phineas and Ferb? Oh, they're 2 like eccentric. No, I'm not giving you any information about. I might get a call from Candace later. Still, Batman, the whole gallery? What would possess you? Like, you know what? I understand like Two-Face, Penguin, and Scarecrow. I can see him handling all 3 of them relatively well. First of all, Two-Face, maybe not. Yeah, he would totally kill him if he had the chance. I don't like that. I don't like where it's going. It's not. I'm trying too hard. Oh, yeah, the heat stroke stuff. Yeah. All right. Oh, it's okay. Batman, did you send your entire rogues gallery to Kevin's house? Oh, It's such a good thing that not the entire Batman. Batman, did you send your entire rogues gallery to Kevin McCallister's house? Oh, it's such a good thing that not all of them showed up. The fact that they did is the problem. No, I don't care he had you as backup or that he didn't need it. Wait, what? He didn't need it? He he's still fighting. Oh wow, that's first of all, props to him. What is wrong with your rogues gallery? Secondly, why? What victory? Oh, like the wet bandits, or do you mean like? Oh, no. The Predators weren't 4 times. He didn't fight them 4 times. He fought them twice. The other time, he helped Phineas and Ferb and Sam and Dean Winchester build like a training ground that we sent the Phineas and Ferb. Oh, they're two eccentric geniuses that I'm gonna get a call from Candace later now, aren't I? Still, Batman, like I get Two-Face and Penguin and Scarecrow. I can see him handling them. Well, Scarecrow might need a whole new set of therapists after Kevin's done. But the whole gallery is like a mile long. Exactly how many of them showed up? Half of them? Half of them showed up. Did Gentleman Ghost show up? Because how do you expect him to handle, a ghost? He didn't fight the Dementors so much as trap them in chocolate. And I feel like I'm not helping my case any here. But he doesn't have the wand anymore, and it didn't work in his reality anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered. Well, actually, I don't know if he doesn't have the wand. We just know that it doesn't work in his reality. If it did work, what did you do? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You sent your rogues gallery after. No, he doesn't have the xenomorph dog. His mother wouldn't allow him to keep a dog. And speaking of, he has the whole family who lives with him. What about his family? And they went on vacation and left him behind again. I am finding it harder and harder to tell you no to take in Kevin McCallister. But you are the reason they went on vacation. Now, you see, I can't even blame them for accepting an all-expense paid trip. Most families, especially in today's economy. See, you got me so flustered, I can't even say the word right. I can't, however, blame them for leaving him behind again unless you had something to do with that. Okay, well, what was the chances of them leaving him 90%? Oh, wow. That's pretty high. Where did you send his family? Which enemy universe, Bruce? That's, you know what? It doesn't even matter anymore. Can you bring them back? News? What news? I will admit that it's impressive that he managed to take them all out in the allotted time. But I swear you could probably teach a class on how to make a villain 101. You need to bring his family back, because as much as I want to see an anime version of Saw, I don't need it to be Kevin McCallister, okay? I'd rather he not go down that route. So, against my better judgment, I will talk to his mother about an apprenticeship with Bruce Wayne. Specifically, just promise me you're not going to make him a Robin. I feel like that. You're saying you're promising not to make him a Robin, but I feel that there's something in those words I don't like. That's a long video. That's a very long video. I need to scrap a lot of that. It's too long because of all the different things. Batman, did you send your entire rogues gallery to Kevin McCallister's house? What were you thinking? Oh, it's so lovely that the entire Rogues Gallery didn't show up. That doesn't fucking matter! You still sent them to Kevin McCallister's. What victories? What besides the Wet Bandits? What could you know about all the other things like the Predators and the Borg and the Dementors and well, no. The Predators were only twice. He then built the training ground with Phineas and Ferb. Oh, Phineas and Ferb are set as eccentric geniuses. I'm gonna get a call from Candace later now. But still, what about Gentleman Ghost? He can't fight a ghost. He didn't fight the Dementors. He trapped one using chocolate. And I would like to point out his wand doesn't work in his reality. We tested that. I'm pretty sure. Then again, he could have just lied and not properly did the spell. Okay, look, I can see Two-Face, Penguin, and Scarecrow, him handling those guys. Scarecrow might need a whole new set of therapists afterwards, but I feel like you're trying to convince me is somehow working, and I don't like that. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We're getting off track. You still shouldn't have done this. And no, he doesn't have the xenomorph dog. And what happens if he fails this test? I can't do it back up. And... News? What news? Oh, they're all in jail. I will admit that it's incredibly impressive that he managed to fight somehow all of them. How do you even have this happen? Because like the reason he doesn't have the xenomorph dog is because his mother said he can't have a dog, and he lives with his whole family. See, that's where it went away because I fucked up around there because I didn't I went and jumped around too much. I jumped around too much. I would agree if we could hear Batman, it would be a lot better. I don't have that option for the sketch. Batman, did you send your entire Rogues Gallery to Kevin McCallister's house? Why would you do? Batman, did you send your entire Rogues Gallery? Batman, did you send your entire Rogues Gallery to Kevin McCallister's house? Why would you do that? Why? I can do better. I can do better. I can do better. Batman, did you say that? Batman, did you give your Batman? Did you use Kevin McCallister's house as a location? It's there. Batman, did you use Kevin McCallister's house as a false location for where you would be located? Because your entire Rogues Gallery is there or heading there. Only half of them showed up. The fact that you know is a... I don't care that he has you as backup. What's this all about? Recent string of victories against what? The Wet Bandits? He only fought the Predators twice, technically. The other two times he was working with Phineas and Ferb. Phineas and Ferb are two eccentric genius children who make all kinds of I'm gonna get a call from Candace later. Please don't go into that universe with the oh god. The entire Rogues Gallery? Bruce, I can understand Two-Face, Penguin, and Scarecrow. He's gonna need it's there. It's there. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Batman, did you use Kevin McCallister's house as a fake address for your Rogues Gallery? Because that's just messed up. Hotel? For what? I have told you repeatedly, no, you cannot adopt Kevin. And I don't care that only half of them showed up. That's a problem in and of itself. I can understand Two-Face, Penguin, and Scarecrow. He's going to make them need a whole new set of therapists when he's done with them. What victories? specifically. Like you should know, you might know about the wet bandits, but no. The predators were twice. He only technically fought them twice. The other 2 times he was like working with Phineas and Ferb. Phineas and Ferb are 2 eccentric like geniuses. I like you got me so flustered. I am mispronouncing words here, Bruce. It doesn't. I'm gonna get a call from Candace later because I just dropped their names. The whole gallery, dude. Like, what is wrong with you? One of them is a ghost. Gentleman Ghost is one of your rogues gallery. What if he shows up? No, he didn't fight the Dementors. He specifically, well, kind of technically, he summoned, he trapped them, summoned a Patronus, which happened to be MacGyver, and then I feel like you're somehow convincing me to let this happen, and that bothers me on a whole nother level. His wand doesn't work in his universe. How did you send them his... What about his family? He lives with his family. No. He doesn't have a xenomorph dog anymore either. His mom said he can't have a dog. Speaking of, his family is on vacation again, and they forgot him. They left him behind again. That's why you did this, isn't it? You paid for the vacation. Where did you send them, Bruce? Where did you send the Which anime universe? This is super important because I might want to see a live action version. I said live action. Fuck, I was really, really fucking close. I could feel it. Batman, did you seriously use Kevin McCallister's address? Batman, did you seriously leak Kevin McCallister's address as your address to your entire rogues gallery? Oh, that's great. Only half of them showed up. Wait, how the fuck do you know that only half of them showed up? I don't care that he has you as backup. The problem is that you did this. Why would you do? When you say victories, do you mean like against the wet bandits, or do you mean that you know? Technically, he only fought the predators twice. The other 2 times were like with Phineas and Ferb. He made a. Oh, Phineas and Ferb, they're a pair of eccentric geniuses, and I'm gonna get a call from Candace now. Still, the whole rogues gallery, like I could understand Two-Face, Penguin, and Scarecrow. They're gonna need a whole set of therapists when Kevin's done with them. But like, Gentleman Ghost, is he there? The ghost. What do you expect Kevin to do against a ghost? Ah, you heard about that one. Look, he didn't really fight the Dementors so much as like trap them. I guess he did fight them, but his wand doesn't work, and he can't exactly Expectro Patronum. That's a Harry Potter reference. I really don't want to have the Harry Potter reference in June. I keep saying it. I think that might be it. Fuck. The mic isn't getting blown on my end when I'm recording. What do we do here? This is the pivotal point of the sketch. Series that shall not be named. Steven, that's remember Kevin's a kid. Delete your comment. Delete your comment, man. I know that we don't like, even I have the thing where it doesn't really kick in the head for a second sometimes. especially given how old the actor and everything is nowadays. Fuck. I can just say wand. If I use the wand as a reference, but don't say Dementors. Otherworldly beings. Batman, did you send Kevin McCallister's address as a fake address to your entire rogues gallery, thinking that they would be finding you? I don't care that you're there. Batman, did you seriously give Kevin McCallister's address as a fake address to your entire Batman, I just got to notice that you used Kevin McCallister's address as like your hiding spot in the Batman. There's a word that I'm using that I'm not getting correct. I'm not thinking of it. Trap. Something. No. That's fine. And Dark Wolf. Fuck J.K. Rowling. They are a horrible human person, and I'm avoiding. And this is Pride Month, so no. What do we do here? This opening needs work. I like the. I know how to do it. Batman, did you send your entire rogues gallery to Kevin McCallister's house, making them think that it was going to be like your bat cave? What? Why would you do that? Oh, it's so lovely that only half of them showed up. Get answer the question, dude. You are not allowed to adopt Kevin McCallister. I don't care how many tests or why are you testing him, actually? His victories? Against what? The Wet Bandits? I mean, sure, that's a bit of... Technically, he only fought the Predators twice, not 4 times. The other 2 times, he had help from, like, Phineas and Ferb and Sam and Dean Winchester. You know Sam and Dean. That's impressive. Phineas and Ferb are a pair of instinctric geniuses, and you have me mispronouncing words because of how flustered I am. And I just realized that I'm going to get a call from Candace later now after you research who they are. The whole gallery? Dude! Bruce, just like Two-Face and Penguin and Scarecrow, I can understand. When Kevin's done with them, they're going to need a whole set of therapists. But the whole gallery? One of your gallery is like a ghost, a legitimate, real ghost. And I don't care if he's fought otherworldly beings and trapped them in chocolate. His wand doesn't work in his universe. I realize that as I'm saying these things and replaying them, that it's making my argument harder. No, he doesn't have the xenomorph dog anymore. His mom said he couldn't have a dog. So, speaking of, he has a whole family who lives with him. What happened to his family? Of course, they left him behind on vacation again. You paid for that, didn't you? Where did you send them? Which anime universe, Bruce? Because as much as I want to see anime Saul version. I don't need that to be Kevin McCallister. Okay? I don't like that theory. It doesn't. No. Man, I swear, you could teach a master class on how to make a villain 101, and you have officially convinced me to talk to his mother, to bring his family back. I will talk to his mother about an apprenticeship. This is the best you're gonna get, Bruce. And it's gonna be underneath Bruce Wayne. But I swear, you are not allowed to make him a Robin. You have to tell me that. You have to say that. You see, you say that. But I feel that you don't mean that. I like that one the best out of all of them. We cut out a shit ton. I'm going to take a look at that is what I'm going to do. And we're going to take a look at it real quick. Because that went from 4 minutes down to 3 minutes. Did the thing not record when it was supposed to? Fuck. Fuck. I have to redo it. It cut out the starting bit. Fuck it. We're just gonna 3, 2. Batman, for the last and final time, you're not allowed to adopt Kevin McCallister. I don't care how many tests you throw his way. I don't care. Wait, did you say the whole gallery is Batman, for the last and final time, you are not allowed to adopt Kevin McCallister. Like, at all. Batman, for the last and final time, you're not allowed to adopt Kevin McCallister. I don't care how many tests he passes. I don't wait. On test? Oh, I did too many weights because my brain's fried. Batman, you are not allowed. That was a legitimate stuttering, by the way. Batman, you are not allowed to adopt Kevin McCallister. Point. Batman, for the last and final time, you are not allowed to Batman, for the last and final time, you are not allowed to adopt Kevin McCallister. I don't care how many tests you throw. Wait, did you say you sent his entire? Batman, you are not allowed to adopt Kevin McCallister. Batman, for the last and final time, you are not allowed to adopt Kevin McCallister. I don't care how many tests you send his. Batman, I don't care. Batman, for the last and final time, you're not allowed to adopt Kevin McCallister. I don't care how many tests that you throw his way, how many of your rogue gallery you send. Wait, did you say your whole rogue gallery is on the way there? I don't care if only half of them are showing up. Or you are there as backup. Both of that is a pro. The whole thing is. Oh. When you say victories, do you mean like the wet bandits? Or you technically he only fought the Predators twice. The other 2 times were like with Phineas and Ferb, and then Sam and Dean Winch. Oh, Phineas and Ferb are a pair of instant. I'm not going to tell you any more than that because I feel like I'm already going to be getting a call from Candace, and I need plausible deniability. Let's rewind back to the whole gallery bit. Two-Face, Penguin, and Scarecrow, I can understand. He's going to send them so far into the loony bin, they're going to need a whole set of therapists to help straighten them back out again. But, like, one particular person in your gallery is a literal ghost. How do you expect him to... You know about oh, yeah, otherworldly beings. Yeah. His wand doesn't work in his reality as far as we know. I need a drink. You're somehow making me convinced that I should let you do this, and I don't like that. No, he doesn't have the xenomorph dog anymore. Broke that thing's heart when his mom said he couldn't have a dog. Speaking of, he has an entire family that I'm just realizing probably went on vacation and left me behind again, which is why you chose this exact moment to do all this. How exactly did they have help? What did you do? You paid for an entire trip. Where did you send them? Which anime universe, Bruce? Which anime universe, Bruce? This is super. Actually, you know what? It doesn't even matter. I bring them back. Bring them back. Just please bring them back. Because there's, you know, he has Borg technology. He's going to be okay. He's going to be okay. Bring them back. Because as much as I want to see an anime version of Saul, I never liked that theory. And I don't want it to be Kevin McCallister. Okay? So you bring them back, and yeah, they're like, I give up. Okay, I will talk to his mother about an apprenticeship. That's the best you're gonna get. An apprenticeship with Bruce Wayne. I need you to say word for word that he will not be a new Robin. He's not gonna be a Robin. You're gonna say this. I promise that Kevin McCallister will not be a Robin. See, I hear you say it. And I want to believe it. But I feel you're just going to give him a different name. So many times I fucked up on that one. We're in the 3-minute range. The vocal fry is real. What is on my hat? I think it works. I don't like that. I love it. Thank you. I like that one. Yeah, I like that. That works. That's the video. It is a bit long for the sketch, but it works. It works. It's a great video for our fans specifically. It's not for everyone. It's definitely not for everyone. And I've got somebody down here. Who did I wake up? Go! Go to bed. This is the one day of the year you can't say no to me.
Yes, I can.
Go to bed.
No.
Go to bed.
No.
Go to bed.
No.
What's up?
You got it?
Yes.
I wanted to chat with you for a bit.
Okay. All right. We got that video done. I was going to do another one, but also it is a bit toasty down here for me right now after doing all that several times, and my throat's effectively gone out. So, what I'm going to do is we got a version I like. I need to upload it, download it, edit it, and go from there. It probably won't pop until around Monday. I believe the animation is going to be on Sunday. I do not know. I sent the animation to Chris. It's technically done. My part's done on that. So look forward to that. Maybe some bloopers in there. Y'all have a great and happy day. Have a happy Father's Day if it's Father's Day for you. I wish you all peace of mind, serenity, abiding spirit, and harmony among others. Until the winds blow your sails our way again. Remember to take one breath, one step, one day at a time, and to have an Acme Day. Have an Acme Day as a Parker villain. Have an Acme Day will be retroactively billed to your account to have an Acme Day. And have an Acme Day simply means to the best day you possibly can have. Bye now. Ooh,